Hello, and welcome to the Baseball Junkies podcast. I'm your host, Adrian, from YouTube on A League of Her Own.
And I'm your boy, Mr. Enfuego, also from YouTube.
Thank you guys so much for joining us again this week. And I want to do a special shout out to the GOAT, Brandon Jensen, over at the Mesa Arena. And to his boss, Bob G. Want to do a special shout out, hello, and thank you to y'all. We're being broadcasted live on the Jumbotrons over there. Super cool of you guys. Really appreciate it. We're gonna bring you some good baseball news and baseball card news today. Did you have a good week, Mr. Enfuego? How's everything going?
Everything is going, saving lives one cootie at a time.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. Those Yanks are doing good. My A's, on the other hand, we'll get into that. Speaking of the Yankees, exciting. Something I thought was pretty cool. This happened way earlier in the week. I believe it was last Sunday. Gerrit Cole did a complete game with only 2 hits, 1 walk, 10 strikeouts. 109 pitches. It was
monster performance.
Absolute masterpiece. It was awesome. Yeah, Yankees are doing good. Oh, that's another story. The Yankees, the whole Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani little face off that happened this week.
Yeah.
We forgot to talk about that earlier, but let's not forget Shohei Ohtani hit a home run, but it was denied by Aaron Judge, hopping out, tapping that ball, kind of bobbled a little bit, catching it. Then he gets up to bat the very next inning there and slams one out of the park with Volpe was on first. So little 2-runner there. It was pretty impressive. Yeah.
But real quick though, just to add to this whole Cole performance, a little fun fact. He was the first Yankee to record a sub-1 ERA and 30-plus strikeouts through his first 4 outings of the season in franchise history since the ERA became an official stat in 1913.
Dang, dude. Dang. Just it's to me it's way more impressive these days to see a complete game because they just don't do it anymore. So I was beyond excited for him to see that. I was watching a lot of Yankees last weekend. My dad was visiting. He's a huge Yankees fan. Yankees plays and then old Yankees clips, all kinds of stuff. So it was pretty exciting. Some other big news in baseball this week. Fernando Tatis Jr. rejoined the San Diego Padres.
El Nino is back.
And we're all pretty excited about that. Nothing much exciting from his performance just yet. Nothing offensively. He's had some nice defensive catches, worth mentioning. But I think the biggest thing I noticed about Tatis coming back to the game is what it did to the morale for the team.
Yeah.
The Padres haven't been having the best, start here. And him coming back, I still feel like Manny and Juan Soto are still struggling a little bit, but that bottom half of that lineup, especially Trent Grisham, that guy had the day that Tatis came back, that guy had a game. He had a game, hit a homer. I think he's way overlooked. Trent Grisham a lot. He's a great outfielder, great player for the Padres.
So the lineup that I sent you that the Padres posted on Twitter, what were your thoughts when you saw that lineup when he came back?
You often call them the Avengers of baseball, and that's I feel like you couldn't pick, like if you were trying to pick your fantasy team, that would be a decent team right there.
Definitely.
It was pretty impressive. Some other impressive feats this week. Clayton Kershaw got his 200th career win. This is huge news. Clayton Kershaw is the 3rd pitcher to reach 200 wins with the Dodgers. He's joining Don Sutton and Don Drysdale. And his .694 career winning percentage is the best among pitchers in the modern era with at least 200 career wins, just ahead of Whitey Ford.
Yep.
congratulations to Clayton Kershaw. He's just one of those pitchers that you have in your mind is just the greats. He's definitely headed to the Hall of Fame in my mind. So can't, just another cool little piece of baseball history that happened this week. So very cool.
I remember when Kershaw first made his debut. It felt like it was like last week.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are now. He's age 35, and these kids, these new players that we saw when they first made their appearances and where they at now. Wow.
Yes. The Dodgers, that's another team right now that's like superhuman, crazy team that's just having a rough start right now. But I think they're going to get warmed up, both of those teams. I think they're going to be freaking on a tear.
Yeah.
Speaking of great pitchers, another possible future great pitcher, we've got Hunter Greene for the Reds just signed a extension with them for 6 years and $53 million. Whew. Congratulations to him. Hunter Greene is scary right now. He is it seems like easily, it's hard to easily pitches over 100 like on every pitch he has. So he's definitely one of those rookies or younger players that I'm going to keep my eye on because he just looks insane. So congratulations.
Another one who got bit by the extension bug.
Yes. I was going to say congratulations to him for being offered a nice extension, and congratulations with the Reds. They're possibly getting a sweet deal on. You never know. Maybe a future Hall of Fame pitcher. You just don't know.
Never know. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Some other, a lot of interesting things happened in the pitching side of things this week. Max Sherzer made the highlights this week, not in a good way, unfortunately. He was pitching against the Dodgers this past Wednesday and was ejected in the third inning for too much sticky stuff on his hands.
Mm-hmm.
He put up quite a fight with the umpire out there. I was watching, if you guys are familiar with John Boy Media on YouTube, he goes back and dissects the videos, and he can lip read. So he, basically Scherzer is like, it's sweat. It's just sweat and rosin. I swear to God, I swear on my kid's life.
Yeah.
It's sweat and rosin. And Max Scherzer also in other interviews talked about how he went after, I believe, the second inning, and he would clean his hands off in front of the officials using alcohol, which in John Boy's video and other people were talking about, that might have been a huge issue because alcohol and the rosin and the sweat can make it your hands even more sticky. So I'm watching these interviews and I'm thinking, well, Max Scherzer is going to fight this. I don't think Max Scherzer cheated. I think it was just definitely the sweat and the rosin stuff, but I did find it kind of out of character for him to he's not appealing this. He's going to go ahead and take the 10-day suspension. His reasoning is he's, in arbitration, it's going to be somebody the MLB chooses, and they're all corrupt, and they're going to just
9 out of 10 times it always goes against the player.
Yeah. And I agree with him, and he's probably just sick of this stuff, and he's just like, whatever, I don't want, deal with it. But
emotional.
Yeah. But at the same time, I'm like, when you don't fight it, it kind of looks like suspicious. But I think, I don't know. I'm dying to see. Tell us in the comments what you guys think. I don't think he cheated. He even says, he's like, I would be a complete idiot to go back out there because I know they're going to check me after every inning and not, clean my hands or take off whatever's on there because I know. And there was even a part in that where they told him to swap out his glove. He brought a brand new glove out because they thought there was too much stuff in his glove too. So that was a fun little highlight to watch this week, the sticky stuff. Oh, that's another important thing. There's been 3 ejections due to sticky hands so far in the MLB, and all 3 have been by the same umpire. And I don't have that name in front of me, but I did think that was a fun fact. It's the same umpire for all 3 injections for the sticky substances on the hands. So we'll see how that pans out.
I mean, I guess that's the new trend. We need to check all the pitchers make sure they don't have nothing sticky. Because I remember when Herman Marquez was pitching during the Yankee game, they were checking him, triple checking him.
Yeah, and they did have a conversation with him about his hands, and the Twins manager ended up getting ejected because he was just irate that they didn't eject him from the game. So
you crying? There's no crying. There's no crying in baseball.
Yeah.
Well, there's crying in baseball this week for me and for all of the diehard Oakland A's fans out there. Yes, there are Oakland A's fans. I grew up in the Bay Area. I've been an Oakland A's fan since I was a kid. The most games I've gone to are at the Oakland Coliseum. And I know I've talked about this in previous podcasts where I've just said, like, I wish they would just go to Vegas already. And it's just ridiculous with that. The Coliseum is terrible. The players deserve better. The fans deserve better. But I got to tell you, when I heard the news this week that the Oakland organization bought property in Las Vegas, and that's where we're headed here. We're looking by 2027, Oakland A's are not going to be Oakland A's anymore. It looks like the Las Vegas Athletics. I'm heartbroken. I really am. I'm bummed. And it's bittersweet because, like I've said, that team, the players and the fans, they deserve a better atmosphere. Besides just the Coliseum, that team just needed, more money. They needed to keep players. Yeah, it's just been super disappointing since I think 2020 was our last. Like we got to the playoffs. We only one game, but still we had a decent team. We had Chapman, we had Olsen. So, and then Simeon, all of them, and they went on this fire sale, and then we got rid of our coach going to San Diego, Bob Melvin, and you have a hard time like who do I root for? There's Oakland players that are Oakland fans that don't even know who's on the team half the time because things change so much. So I'm pretty bummed. It's pretty sad, but I do think that if this is the route they have to go, those players deserve better. And come on. It's
their fourth move too. So hopefully this will be the last one, and they do great things for the state of Nevada.
Do you have that info up still? We were talking about how Oakland's the only team or the Athletics, I should say, are the only team that's moved 4 times. Philadelphia.
What I got here is so the A's went ahead and purchased a 49 acre site in Las Vegas, which is not too far from the Vegas Strip, and they're projecting for the stadium to house anywhere between 30 to 35,000 fans. Kind of like what you covered. They're looking to break ground next year, but officially start playing their seasons by 2027. And then what else we got here? Good thing is, at least Major League Baseball, Rob Manfred did say that at least the A's would not have to pay a relocation fee since they're moving. Mm-hmm. So that's a good thing. And then also the A's would be the only second MLB team to change cities in more than half a century. The last team that actually did that was the Washington Senators, which now are known as the Texas Rangers, in 1972. And then the only team to relocate was the Expos, who are now the Nationals, in 2005.
That's crazy. I was thinking about that. So we had the Philadelphia A's, and then went to Kansas City Athletics, and then Oakland, and now Las Vegas. That site that they got there, kind of was looking at it in perspective of where the Raiders play and where the Knights, the hockey team, plays, and it's gonna be amazing. It will be amazing. I just think about a lot of history has happened in that Coliseum. Like my favorite player of all time, Ricky Henderson, got the 939th stolen base there. One of the coolest records that I don't know if that'll ever get broken. And
no.
the 1989 World Series, and then they had before my time, but the 70s, they had the 3 World Series in there. It's just there's been a lot of good times there, but something's got to give. So I'm truly saddened, but gosh, my Oakland A's freaking love you guys. I'm gonna stick with them. If they go to Las Vegas, I'm going. You're gonna see me sporting a Las Vegas hat in a few years here. So
that the Coliseum's gonna be demolished and it's gonna turn into a local plaza with your local Walmarts, your Targets.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
maybe a big spot for you to actually pick up some more retail.
Yeah, absolutely. I do notice, like, when they took Candlestick Park down back in the day, where the San Francisco Giants and 49ers were at, they were selling off the seats and they still are. You can find their seats and stuff still on eBay and stuff like that.
And I see that happening with the Coliseum. They're gonna tear it down, start throwing that stuff on cards as relics, like the dirt and all that.
100%. So, I'll be trying to get in on that. So
there you go.
So that's kind of one of the big stories of the week. The Oakland A's going to Las Vegas. All should be kind of in the works and done by 2027. And the new stadium that I've already seen, like projection, like new stadiums, they're talking about it being like a half like reclining ceiling kind of thing and stuff like, which they're going to have some kind of dome thing there because it's hot in Las Vegas, especially during that time of year. I think some people were even like, why are you even doing the retracted thing? But they're thinking like if they get into postseason kind of thing later, that in the October and stuff, the weather does cool down quite a bit there and it'll be nicer. So anyways, enough of that sad stuff. Let's bring on some cool stuff here. The Pittsburgh Pirates are good.
Where did this team come from?
What? The Pittsburgh Pirates are 14-7 right now, tied, or they're down half a game with tied for first with the Brew Crew, the Milwaukee Brewers. They don't have O'Neal Cruz right now. They're still playing this good. All they're dealing. Brian Hayes, been keeping an eye on him. Ryan Reynolds. Oh, I mean, congratulations to the Pirates. Oh, and they just extended the contract with their manager because of they're doing so
they're doing great things over there.
Derek Shelton extension with Pirates after their good start here, a 14-7 start, so well over 500. Shoot, I didn't see that coming, but I'm happy for them.
How many managers are offered a contract extension with a 156 and 249 record?
Yeah. Not very many, but when you're the Pirates, it's where you've been so bad for so long and you're having this good of a start. I'm guessing that's where they're going with that.
Well, hopefully it carries them far.
I hope so because that's one of the stadiums I've always wanted to go to. That stadium in Pittsburgh is amazing from what I've been told, and so it'd be nice, to go to a game there and have it be filled up with fans and it'd be exciting.
Yeah,
and such. Another player that's dealing right now, if you guys recall, Nico Hoerner. Nico Hoerner was one of those rookie cards we were chasing back in 2020 tops with Bo Bichette and Luis Robert and other that 2020 was a good year for rookies. And Nico Hoerner has been crazy. Now, just in the past 2 days, in today's game, he hits a 2-run home run. Yesterday, he went 4 for 5, hit a home run. He's just been insane. He's currently got a 365 batting average. He's got 2 home runs, 17 runs, 9 ribbies, and he's leading the National League right now with 9 stolen bases. So, dude, Nico Hoerner and that Cubs
crazy numbers.
Yeah, and that Cubs organization, they made some plays. They got Dansby Swanson out there. Nico's out there. Oh,
Sales Bellinger perform now?
Excuse me?
Cody Bellinger is a different animal.
Yeah, he's playing good again. I mean, and I'm excited for that because we all knew Cody Bellinger had it in him. It's just he could not.
It was just the organizations he were with.
I guess it must be. It's just I'm glad that the Cubs are doing good. Those players, there's some awesome players on there. So keep hoping the best for them because it's just good, fun baseball to watch. You cannot, you can't beat it. Except there was some funny Cubs news this week. Not really funny, not probably funny for Drew Smyly. He was working on having a perfect game the other day, and then
human bumper cars.
Yeah, there's a little little tappy tap from the batter, and Drew Smyly came off the mound to go for the ball, and so did his catcher, Yan Gomes, and
he took his catcher out.
Straight up ended up tackling him. It was total accident, but it did break up the perfect game. So
and it
they
did
did end up winning. It's just unfortunate that the perfect game had to be spoiled by your own team, but it happens. It was an accident. They totally laughed it off. I think Yan Gomes even did a interview after the game. He was wearing a Cubs football helmet. Like, it was pretty funny. So sorry for Drew Smyly. Obviously he's doing well, pitching well this year. Hopefully he gets another chance, because I know there's not a whole lot of chances to pitch a perfect game. So dude, lots of pitching news, like good pitchers this week. I feel like all I have to say is Shohei Ohtani. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
What else is there to say?
He's insane right now. He's got like a 0.0 ERA. No, he's let me take. I got a statistic that the Angels still not doing that great, but they are over. They're at 500. Last game he pitched against the Royals, he struck out 11. He's just incredible. His last five starts have just been incredible. We've said it before, we'll say it again. Shohei Ohtani is something special. If you get a chance, watch him on TV, go see him in a game, something like that. We're not going to see this.
There will never be another Ohtani.
We'll never see something like this again. Somebody that pitches and bats as well as him. I'm hoping the Angels start to perform better as a team, because they've got great players on that team. But I think the trade rumors have begun with Shohei Ohtani.
Can we potentially see him in pinstripes next season?
There's talk of that. There's talk of let's leave it simple and just say there's talk about him leaving the Angels, because come on, you obviously this gentleman wants to win, and you can only take so much. So
yeah,
that's what I'll say. That's what I'll say about that. Also, this week, Jeffrey Springs of the Tampa Bay Rays, who have been absolutely phenomenal this year. The Rays have, had that wonderful start, almost broke. They tied the record for consecutive games from opening day, winning. It was 13-0. They have lost a couple since then, but they're still playing great. Unfortunately, Jeffrey Springs, one of their amazing pitchers, is going to be getting Tommy John surgery. He will be out for the season. They still seem to be doing good. They've got that new rookie pitcher, Ty Bradley, who I saw pitch again. His first game he did phenomenal. Saw him pitch again earlier this week. He's doing good. He's going to have to step up for that team. So it's looking good so far. So hope for a quick recovery to Jeffrey Springs, and good luck to the Rays with Ty Bradley and the rest of their pitching staff. We had some other fun little news this week.
Well, we've been given nothing but good news about pitchers all day. Let's go ahead and break some hearts at this moment.
Let's do it.
If you haven't caught on, a certain pitcher got fired on his day off, and his name happened to be Madison Bumgarner.
Yes. Yep.
I mean, me personally, I think with this DFA, that should ring a bell to him. It's time to hang up your cleats, polish up your glove, go out on top, or whatever you want to consider it. Because as of right now, his stats for this season, I think little leaguers have better stats than this. So right now, his WAR is -0.9. He is 0-3, and his ERA is over 10. Okay. Now, this ain't the same person that we saw who was a 3-time World Series champion, World Series MVP. I think it was 11, 12, and 13 or something like that. But either way, this is not the same person that we saw over 10 years ago.
That's such a bummer. That no pun intended. No pun intended there. It was a hard week for me. My mom is a huge Giants fan, and Madison Bumgarner was her favorite player. She even has been watching Diamondbacks games because she missed having him on the Giants, and she was bummed out this week hearing that. But at the same time, just the way he's been playing, it's like, dang, man, come on.
Yeah.
It's not the same anymore. And it's just
Mad Bum was a beast a couple of years back.
Yeah.
He was a monster.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but that same Madison Bumgarner that we saw 5-10 years ago, he's completely different person. So hang it up, Mad Bum. At least save the numbers that you have now so that hopefully it'll carry you over for when Hall of Fame eligibility comes around.
100%. Yeah, good point there. I got one more baseball story I want to talk about. Actually, I would like you to talk about. This is your department. Yankees, Toronto. What happened? What happened this week?
First and foremost, let me make this perfectly clear to all you Toronto Blue Jays fans, especially you Vladdy fans. If Vladdy keeps running his mouth the way he does in the Bronx, he is not going to be walking out of Yankee Stadium. He's going to end up being carried out. Okay. And I'm speaking from somebody who was born and raised in New York City. I'm not inciting any type of violence or anything like that. But what I am saying is there's a time and place to vent. Okay. In front of cameras and everything, not the right place. So if my memory serves me correct, this whole feud between the Blue Jays and the Yankees goes back to where it was at its peak last season when there was a little stint between Gerrit Cole and Alek Manoah. And Alek Manoah made the comment of, if Gerrit Cole is going to be talking the way he is, why don't he say that on this side of the field? Basically saying, why don't he come on over to where we at and start talking that trash and see what happens? Okay, that's what I think. And on top of that, Alek Manoah actually deliberately on camera called Gerrit Cole the biggest cheater in MLB history. You know, so I think that's where this whole beef between the Blue Jays and the Yankees stem. I mean, because it's like you hear about that rivalry more than the Yankee Red Sox rivalry that's been going on since the beginning of time.
Right now, yeah. You know, and I have to say, I had picked Alek Manoah to get the Cy Young in the in the American League this year, and he said all that stuff, and now I'm like, hey, you need to stop talking and you need to start pitching, because it's not happening right now. He hasn't been doing as well as he did last year, and I think getting a little too cocky. He
really does. First, he needs to go see a dietitian. Okay, that's one. Then he needs to get with his pitching coach and start working on his mechanics. That's just my opinion. But another stint of that rivalry actually happened during the game today. So Vladdy Jr. managed to get hit by a pitch. Well, his elbow pad got hit by a pitch. Vladdy got a little upset, which I understand. Nobody wants to get hit by a ball that's coming at you 80, 90 miles an hour. I got it. Even if you're fully protected, you can have a body of armor, you're still going to feel it. Okay?
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts.
Vladdy got upset, started staring down the pitcher as he was making his way to first base. And Anthony Rizzo, in defense of his teammates, was basically telling, and we didn't really get what he was saying, but from what I saw, it seemed as if Rizzo was basically telling Vladdy, look, he hit you, got it, it was a mistake, move on to first, it was an accident. And then Vladdy started mouthing off, and I mean, I don't know. I don't know. And then to end the game, Vladdy made it perfectly clear that he is adamant that when his free agency comes up, he will not consider signing with the Yankees because apparently there's some beef personally with his family and the Yankees, which nobody knows of. So
yeah,
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah. We discussed this a little bit before the podcast. We can go 100 different directions with that. We'll just leave that be. I think that's the baseball news we have for today. You got any more baseball news, boss?
To be honest, I actually do not.
I think we got all our topics covered. And what I'd love for us to do now is to get into our new little segment of baseball trivia.
Let's do some trivia.
Yeah, and Mr. Fuego had a good idea for, kind of give some incentive for the baseball trivia. We're going to have you, for those of you that are watching us live here on YouTube, if you guess the first person that guesses right in the comments, we're going to give you a whole full-on shout out, promote your channel and everything on the podcast next week. So just a little something for the baseball trivia this week. Maybe we'll do some different things, different kind of prizes and things like that nature for trivia each week. But yeah, let's do some baseball trivia. What you got for me, boss?
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just do 3 simple questions. Well, we're gonna do only 3 questions, and they'll progressively get harder as we get along. Okay.
All right. Cool.
So the first question that I do have, okay, which team won the first World Series?
Ooh, okay. All right.
Type your answers in the chat.
All right. First World Series. I think I know the answer, but shoot. I would be looking it up on Google for sure. Ooh, we've got a couple of guesses.
Give it about another 10 seconds.
All right. Sorry, a couple of the guesses are making me laugh on there. So far, our guesses, we've got the Red Sox, the Yankees, the Pirates, the Boston Americans, Boston Astros.
So the first one that I see to get it correct is actually Sticks G with the Boston Americans.
Cool.
And
all right.
they won that World Series against the National League champion Pittsburgh.
All right.
All right. So,
all right.
Here's your next question. What baseball player was inducted into the Hall of Fame for inventing the curveball?
Ooh, that's a good question.
To open book test, people. I know y'all got y'all phones with you. Another 10 seconds. All right, so the first one to actually get it correct was Grade-Worthy Trading Cards with Candy Cummings. And Candy Cummings' real name was William Arthur Cummings. In the summer of 1863, 14-year-old Cummings and a few other boys were throwing clamshells and observing their trajectory. Cummings figured it would be fun if he could make a baseball curve the same way.
Oh, that's super interesting. All right.
And the last one, let me just go back to it. All right. What player was killed by a pitch from Yankees pitcher Carl Mays?
Ooh.
So the question again was, what player was killed by a pitch from Yankees pitcher Carl Mays? Another 10 seconds.
Lisa Z with Chapman. That's a pretty good guess. I think it was a little bit earlier before Chapman, but maybe I'm thinking of Aroldis Chapman, but maybe they're all saying Ray Chapman. But
All right, so Lisa Z actually did get the question right. It was Ray Chapman, and that incident actually occurred in the 5th inning on August 16th, 1920, and to this day, that accident remains the only fatality caused by a pitch in Major League history.
That's insane. I never knew that anybody died from a pitch before. That's crazy. Congratulations to Sticks G, Gradeworthy, and Lisa Z, all amazing YouTubers in our YouTube community. I'm gonna give you guys full shout outs on next week's podcast.
There you go.
It's a little tiny shout out right now. If you guys don't know those 3 channels, they're all wonderful card community members with awesome channels. Give them a look-see. All right. Well, baseball trivia is now over, so that means it's time for us to transition into baseball cards and the hobby. We have got an exciting week in hobby news as well. Earlier this week, we did hear about Panini suing Fanatics, or trying to sue Fanatics, for taking all of their employees. Kind of sounded crybaby-ish to me as soon as I heard it, but that will not be going on to court. A district court judge in Texas ruled Monday that the card maker Panini cannot stop its competitor Fanatics from hiring its employees after nearly 13%. After nearly 13% of Panini's America workforce had been lured away in the recent months. So Fanatics and Panini, we've been hearing back and forth all these different things. When is Fanatics going to take over Panini? Is it going to happen?
More to follow.
More to follow. Yeah, definitely. But this is the latest we hear from that. To me, that's not looking very promising. I kind of don't even know what to say about this. Like, I kind of just want to roll my eyes and move on. Like, but that's what's happening with that. Some other really cool stuff that happened this week. I got a email from Panini. From PSA. As you guys may or may not know, I have a PSA club membership. Mr. Fuego and I like to do grading. We've graded with Tag and I've done SGCAE and different grading companies. We have fun with it. We really enjoy it. We do majority with PSA, especially right now, just because the prices are fairly even across the board. The turnarounds have been good with PSA. We are not paid or sponsored by PSA. This is just our personal experiences. And I did get an email with them talking about some new features they have within the PSA app. So when I go into PSA, I'm going to do myself full screen real quick because I'm going to show off my phone here.
Please do.
Okay, let's do this here. All right. You go into PSA's app, you get this first screen here. And if you got a slab, you can type in the certification number, give you a pop count, things of that nature. You can verify, that is an actual certification number. And then you could also go into your account and look at your different orders and things, see where they're at in the grading process. There's a little step-by-step dealy there. We've got an order in right now that's going through assembly. We got a couple more steps to go before those will get mailed back to me. But I can go to some previous orders. And speaking, we just had that one PSA reveal. Did a couple, maybe it was last week that I did with Jebin, and showed off some cards that I had, Jebin had, Mr. Fuego had, and things of that nature. And let's see if I can do this in a timely manner. Looking at my deets here. Here we go. All right. So you can go through and you'll see your grades and all your information and what have you there. So their latest upgrade here. Let's take a look. If you look at the bottom of that there, it says your items have been graded. Reveal. They've got this new reveal thing here. So this is the back of one of the cards that was in the submission. And once you find out, you can flip it over like such to see your grade. You can tap. Ooh, let's see. I'm doing this backwards. It'll go to your next one, so on and so forth. Now from there, they take you into this this slab studio where you can take pictures with different backgrounds. So I'm just changing the colors here and there. But also, if I go into the slab studio, you can enlarge it, different things. But I got into the slab studio and started messing around with the backgrounds.
Look at that.
Shoot. So the cool thing about this is now I can share this image, and I know my cards are coming back to me, but I can get this on eBay looking like this right away, or send pictures, post it on my Instagram, things of that nature. All these different, cards that I have in my submission. I just love it. I had fun on there, and just another cool option that PSA is offering its customers. I don't believe you have to be a club member for that either. You just download the PSA app if you have a submission in. And once it's completed, it gets to a certain point, you will have the capabilities to get to that option. So
kudos to you, PSA.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice. I love it. I actually went back, and some of the cards I had in there, I posted on some of the Discords that we're in, and some of the I think Instagram, YouTube, all of it. Did it all. So much fun. So that was cool new thing with PSA this week. All right, let's talk about the products that released this week or are going to be released or what have you.
Hey, I'm still back here. Don't forget me.
Oh, shoot. I was just taking the stage. Oh, you want the whole stage? Shoot.
No. I'm an equal opportunist. Sharing is caring.
There we go. Okay. So, I saw a lot of 2023 Topps signature series archives. Topps archive signature series came out. So these are the boxes you buy. You get one card, one encased card in there. It's available on Topps right now. It was on Topps for, I believe, $70.
Roughly, yeah.
Probably 80 or 90 on other markets and things like that. Basically, I think my best way of describing it is like buying a lottery ticket. I watched some rips of it this week, and there were so many Mark Canha autos that I saw. Don't get me wrong, he's a great player, but that's really not the one you're looking for, especially when you look up the product and they show off an Aaron Judge 1/1, Albert Pujols 1/1.
They show the big name 1/1, lure you in. When you buy that box, poof.
Yeah. So all of these cards are buybacks that are then stamped. They're all numbered. They're all autographed. They're sealed. They are fun, but they tend to, they're tough to get good cards in, but it is, I always like when I have a break, sometimes I always like to throw one in as an, it's an incentive for somebody to get a nice sealed auto there. So, depending upon what your budget is, this is definitely one I would skip or buy aftermarket, check it out on eBay after somebody else opened it, because you'll probably get it for cheaper than what it was ripped for.
Right.
All right. The big one that's out for baseball this week, 2023 Bowman. Release date is April 26th, but that's
people are ripping into it now.
And I heard like that it was, people were like, oh, people are opening 2023 Bowman, and I'm like, okay, well, 2023 Bowman first edition release date was the 21st, and I was like, oh, it's probably first edition. Well, no, as if you guys didn't check out Striker Breaks, another great YouTuber that's got amazing information and stuff. I watched his video today of him ripping into a hobby box of it. It was awesome, by the way, and check it out. Striker Breaks also did a whole rundown of like the cost of each, the blasters, hobbies, the jumbos, what your best odds
His normal
are,
format comparisons,
best bang for your buck, basically. Really, two great videos. I definitely would check it out if you're interested in Bowman at all. It's definitely one of those products if I would get, and they've got it available in all different price formats. You get a blaster for, I imagine they're probably $35 this
roughly,
year.
yeah.
That's my guess. I did go, it dropped on Tops maybe a month ago or something, and I went psycho and I bought a jumbo. I think that's all. I think that's all the Bowman I'm gonna get, because I just, on Tops when I got it, it was like $500 something. That's too much for me. But I went crazy and I bought one because I was, Bowman's exciting. You get all those first Bowman chromes, and hopefully you get shiny numbered,
especially all you prospectors.
Yeah, prospecting in baseball is so much fun. I know a lot of people some people are like, oh, you're spending this money on these guys that aren't even playing yet. But man, when they do come up, like look at Anthony Volpe right now. I went back and dug through and found a couple of his Bowman first, and I'm like, I don't know, just super pumped because he's doing so good right now, and it's just fun to have his first, baseball card. Definitely something that you can really, if you are into that reselling thing, some of us are, and some of it, even us as collectors, we sell things to buy some things and things of that nature. That is usually one that you can usually make a little money on some of the cards. Don't go crazy. I wouldn't go crazy on it because they're baseball cards. You never know.
Right.
Ooh, people are saying in the comments it's $45 a blaster at Walmart. Ooh, I'll be double checking on that. I did notice on Tops today, they're still on there or not, but the archives boxes I was just talking about were on there for $70, and 2023 Bowman hobby boxes first edition were on there for $279, which I didn't really not that bad because usually not those Bowman first editions are usually got some good parallels in there.
Yeah.
So, I was thinking about maybe picking up a couple if they're still on there by the time I'm done here. Maybe doing a break of that stuff because gotta love some Bowman. I wanted to let you guys know about some of the top Bowman first cards. There are 4 different players that are on the top 100 prospect list that have Bowman first cards in 2023 Bowman. Number 1, which most of you may or may not have heard of already, this is probably the most popular, is Drew Jones for the Diamondbacks. He has a Bowman first. It's going to be a popular one people are looking for. Drew Jones is the son of Andrew Jones, who was a 5-time All-Star and a 10-time Gold Glove winner.
Number 2 overall draft pick, too.
Number 2 draft pick for the Diamondbacks. He's number 21 on the top 100 prospect list. So he's one to be looking for in 2023 Bowman. Another is Kyle Harrison, prospect for the San Francisco Giants. He's a pitcher, but he was their first draft pick. He's number 35 on the top 100 prospect list. For the Cincinnati Reds, they have Cam Collier, who's number 67 on the top 100 prospect list. And then we have for the Minnesota Twins, Eduardo Julien. I believe I'm saying that right. I apologize if I am not pronouncing that right. He's number 97 on the top 100 prospect list. Those 4 each have Bowman first cards in this 2023 Bowman product. So there's going to be more than just those 4 to chase, but those were just 4.
That's just to name a few.
Yeah, just to give you guys something to kind of keep an eye out for. I've watched a few breaks of this. The cards are very nice looking. They've got a similar look of I want to say that's like 2016 Bowman. What's the one Aaron Judge was in that I want to say, like, or maybe Matt Chad. I think it's 2016 Bowman. It's kind of a similar design style, very clean, very nice looking. Mr. Fuego made a good point when we were looking at it, though. There's a lot of chrome area on there, so we are worried about
if you decide
scratches.
to send that top prospect chrome auto. But yeah, when you do your little inspections on it, it looked like somebody's been chewing on it because there's so much chrome. A blind man can spot all the deficiencies on that particular card.
So far, what I saw open, which is not very much, because like I said, it wasn't supposed to come out to the 26th, but there's certain people that got it sooner than us because they're more special than we are. It's looked really nice. The quality controls look good so far, so hopefully it stays that way. We've got a comment asking about Jackson Holiday. Jackson Holiday's Bowman first was in 2022 draft, Bowman draft.
Okay.
Just so you know. So pretty excited. Oh, it is nice. I do see Ripping for Rookies put that blasters are $30 on Steel City. 3 days ago they they were 3 days ago. Now they're 35. Okay. I felt like 35 was probably what we were going to see them at, but we'll see. I'll be definitely looking out for that in Target and my local, shops and stuff like that. That's what I've got that's what I have for my hobby news this week. And then some other little things I just wanted to bring up. I'm super stoked. I'm super pumped. I bought tickets this week, me and my aunt, who's another huge A's fan like me, but I am going to the 2023 All-Star game in Seattle this year. I'm beside myself. I can't believe it's happening. I was been talking to Mr. Fuego about this the past couple of weeks. I've been trying to decide between going to the National or going to the All-Star game. Looking at prices of tickets and flights and everything. And then where the All-Star game is going to be in the next few years. It's not going to be on the West Coast in the next few years here. So Seattle's not that far from me. So I'm going to the All-Star game. I'm going to need binoculars, but I don't care. I'm going to be there.
Yeah. I mean, how many people could say that they've been to a MLB All-Star game?
Yeah. So I'm pumped about that. I was trying to go. I wanted to go to the Home Run Derby and the All-Star game, but I just the tickets are expensive. I just can't swing it. So the All-Star game, and who knows when I get there, we'll get there the day of the Home Run Derby. Maybe I'll, do one of those apps and get a last minute ticket or something like that to the Home Run Derby. You never know. So I'm really pumped about that. Channel news. I've got, I just did a couple videos this week. The PSA one came out. I opened up one of those 2023 Series 1 super boxes, which are a super fun rip, by the way. I'm kind of done with 2023 Series 1, but if you haven't bought that much yet, or if you're not sure about it or whatever, this was a fun rip when you get the little collector's pin and the oversized card, things of that nature. It was fun. And it was only $35 I got at Target. I think I ordered mine on Target.com. My sister just picked one up today at her Target. It was $35 plus tax in her state, though. So anyways, that's what I got cooking. I got more PSA orders coming in. What you got, Mr. Fuego?
Well, everybody, if you have not been keeping up with what's going on my channel, come up from under that rock. Promoting, I've already dropped a J-Rod show trailer. Right after that, I kind of did another J-Rod trailer sneak preview. So if you haven't went to go check that out, make sure y'all do. And basically, this video is probably going to be the best video that I'm going to put my heart and soul into. It's going to, for algorithm purposes, everybody's always talking about you want to keep it within a certain time limit, whatever. Me personally, I'm throwing all that out the window. I'm putting all my heart and soul into this video, and I will be showcasing, in my opinion, the best Julio Rodriguez collection YouTube has ever seen. So make sure y'all go check that out.
I'm gonna pump you up some more because he dropped the trailer to that last week, and I freaking lost my mind because it is so awesome. If you guys haven't checked that out, definitely check that out. It's worth the like 30 seconds. I can't even. It's
a
awesome.
3-minute clip.
It's 3 minutes. Oh, it felt like 30 seconds, so it wasn't long enough. But I gotta tell you, being Mr. Enfuego's like personal grader, I know what's in this collection, and you guys shoot. There's besides what we've shown already, there's so much more to come. It's going to be epic. Definitely check it out. And I don't know if y'all have noticed yet, but my boy Mr. Enfuego is like 10 subs away from hitting 3,000 subs. Yes. Woo! I wish you'd hit your little cheers thing on your deck right now. I know you don't want to toot your own horn, but I'm going to do it for you because that is freaking phenomenal. Congratulations, Mr. Enfuego. Could not have happened to a better dude.
I appreciate it. I wouldn't get here if it wasn't for you and everybody else.
Shoot. Yeah. Thank you all. Thank you all that are listening, that are here with us live at YouTube tonight. We appreciate you all so much. I see Brandon Jensen's in the house. Brandon, thank you so much for getting us on the Jumbotron tonight, man. Woo! That's like a dream. That's like bucket list stuff right there, man.
It definitely is.
Man, what a podcast. Like, this was awesome. Thank you guys so much. I think that's all we've got for today. Catch you on the next one. What you think, boss?
Catch y'all on the next one.
All right. Have a good night.